If there's a day in May to wake up to snow on the ground in Fort McMurray, May 3rd is probably the one.
Well, much of Alberta gripes over an early May snow. For Fort McMurray residents, the late winter is actually a sigh of relief on a somber anniversary. 3 years ago, more than 80,000 residents furiously fled through encroaching walls of fire and searing heat to escape what would become the costliest disaster in Canadian history.
There hasn't been that. There weren't any kind of events to mark the anniversary today.
While the specter of that tragedy still looms large, many residents have now moved past the mourning stage.
They really just want to move on to being another town in Alberta that's hurting because of the price of oil and optimistic that things will rebound.
Still, some lingering challenges remain ever daunting.
Barely, just over a third of these homes are rebuilt. That's not acceptable at all, I don't think.
945 homes have been rebuilt. 1,600 remain outstanding. Many frustrated residents encountering roadblocks with developers and insurance companies left with only one path.
This is a city where people come to make something of themselves. And when all of that's wiped away, people are left with a very bitter taste in their mouth, and they just say, why would I bother to stay? What's the reason? I need to go somewhere else. It's just not going to work for me here.
Those who have stayed have often been buried beneath a crippling financial load. Lineups have become a staple outside the food bank, but the community continues to step up.
Their shelves were totally empty. Basically 3 weeks before the spring food drive, and the community gathered together and raised the money and brought some food in, but it's been a real tough go, and the food bank has seen a lot of that.
It's that sense of community, rallying en masse for each other, that has helped to steady the population numbers, which had dwindled by 10% between 2015 and 2018. 3 years after fleeing an unimaginable horror, the emotional burden is getting smaller in the rearview mirror, the new normal settling in.
We're on our way. I don't think we're too terribly far off. Mentally, I think we're closer than we are physically.
In Edmonton, Courtney Theriault, City News.